Thanks for tuning in. Chevy has been around for over a century now and has built many popular models. However, looking at its history, you'll notice numerous overlooked performance models that not many people today know existed. In this episode, we'll review 10 overlooked Chevy performance cars. Please stay tuned and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel as we get into the countdown. Number 10. 1970 Monte Carlo. The Monte Carlo was a two-door coupe manufactured and marketed by Chevy. The vehicle's name came from the city in the country of Monaco. This car was introduced as Chevy's first personal luxury coupe to compete with other established models like the Pontiac Grand Prix, Ford Thunderbird, and Buick Riviera. The Monte Carlo shared some body parts with the Chevelle and had a long, sleek, and elegant exterior design that exuded luxury and sophistication while retaining a sporty edge. It featured a wide egg crate grille with a prominent horizontal chrome bar and a Monte Carlo crest at the center. To enhance the sleekness of the windshield area, Chevy hid the windshield wipers when they were not in use. It used an independent front suspension with coil springs and upper and lower control arms. Power-assisted steering was standard. The 1970 Monte Carlo's base engine was a 350 cubic inch V8 that produced 250 horsepower and 345 pound-feet of torque. Optional engines were a 402 that produced 330 horsepower and 410 pound-feet of torque, while the beastly 454 produced 360 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. The engines were mated to either a 3-speed manual, 4-speed manual, or turbo-hydromatic 3-speed automatic. Number 9. 1960 to 1969 Corvair. The Corvair was a rear-engine, air-cooled compact car manufactured by Chevy over 2 generations between 1960 and 1969. It was in response to the Volkswagen Beetle and was offered in a 4-door sedan, 2-door coupe, or convertible. Corvair's design was heavily influenced by aerodynamic principles, reflecting its focus on efficiency and innovation. The absence of a front-mounted radiator allowed for a low, clean front-end design, which reduced drag and improved airflow over the car. The car featured an independent swing-axle rear suspension, similar to the layout used in the Volkswagen Beetle and other European cars. The engine began as a 140 cubic inch flat 6 in 1960, producing 80 horsepower. By 1964, the displacement grew to 164 cubic inches with outputs ranging from 95 to 140 horsepower, depending on the configuration. The Corvair was offered with various transmission options such as a 2-speed Power Glide automatic, a 3-speed manual, and a 4-speed manual. Number 8. Chevy Biscayne. The Biscayne was a series of full-size cars produced between 1958 and 1975. These cars were named after Biscayne Bay near Miami, Florida. The Biscayne was the cheapest model in Chevy's full-size car range but was a great performer. It had fewer exterior and fancy interior trimmings than the Bel Air, which lowered its price. Early models featured rounded edges, prominent tail fins, and lots of chrome, reflecting the design trends of the late 1950s. Starting in 1961, the Biscayne adopted a boxier, more streamlined design, focusing on straight lines and less ornate styling. By the mid-1960s, the Biscayne adopted the popular Coke bottle design with a narrower waist and flared fenders. The car featured an independent front suspension with coil springs, upper and lower control arms, and shocks. A live rear axle with coil springs was standard, which improved ride quality compared to leaf spring setups. The Biscayne offered various small block V8s, including the 283 and the 327, with outputs ranging from 195 to 300 horsepower. For customers wanting performance, Chevy offered big block options like the 396 and 427. The Biscayne was available with several transmission choices, such as a 3-speed manual, a 4-speed manual, a 2-speed Power Glide automatic, and a 3-speed turbo hydromatic automatic. Number 7. 1971 Corvette ZR1. The 1971 Corvette ZR1 is a rare high-performance variant of the Corvette. Many nicknamed this car Zora Racer, which honored Zora Arkus Duntov, the father of the Corvette, and it was designed to be track-ready if street legal. This package was powered by a 350 LT1, a powerful small block engine that produced 330 horsepower and 360 pound-feet of torque. It had high compression of 11-to-1 pistons, a solid lifter camshaft, a 4-barrel Holley carburetor, an aluminum intake manifold, and a forged steel crankshaft. The ZR1 package had unique components such as an F41 performance suspension with heavy-duty springs, shocks, and stabilizer bars for improved handling. It also featured a heavy-duty aluminum radiator to keep the engine cool in racing conditions. Only 8 units of the ZR1 were built in 1971, and it became a potent performer, excelling on road courses due to its balanced handling, robust powertrain, and durability. Number 6. Impala SS. The Impala was a full-size car built by Chevy from 1958 to 1985, then again from 1994 to 1996, and once more from 2000 to 2020. For its debut in 1958, the Impala was distinguished from other models by its symmetrical triple taillights. It was named Impala after the graceful African antelope, which was used as the car's logo. The Supersport badge was introduced in 1961 as a high-performance package for the Impala. It was an optional trim package that required buyers to choose a high-performance engine and included heavy-duty suspension and power brakes. The SS package was offered with the 350 V8 and the newly introduced 409, which became legendary. The 409 produced 360 horsepower and was later upgraded to 409 horsepower. The Impala was restyled for the 1965 model year, and Chevy set a record that year by selling more than 1 million Impalas. The nameplate was dropped in 1986 in favor of the nearly identical Caprice. Are you ready for our top 5 overlooked Chevy performance beasts? Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, which helps us create more episodes. Number 5. 1973 to 1976 Chevelle SS Laguna S3. The Chevelle was introduced in 1964 as a midsize car, and its SS variants quickly became icons of the muscle car era. By the early 1970s, however, increasing emissions regulations, rising insurance costs, and the fuel crisis began to choke the muscle car segment. The Laguna S3 was introduced as a high-end performance and luxury trim for the Chevelle, replacing the SS badge. It was designed to offer sportiness and comfort while remaining competitive on the street and in NASCAR, where its aerodynamic design proved valuable. The Laguna S3 featured a distinctive urethane front bumper, often referred to as a soft nose. This bumper was stylish and designed to comply with federal 5 miles per hour crash regulations. The S3 came with high back bucket seats, often upholstered in vinyl or cloth. A center console with a floor shifter was optional, and there was plush carpeting, wood grain accents, and a tilt steering wheel added to its luxury appeal. The Laguna S3 was available with various engines such as the 350, 400, and 454. These engines were mated to either a 3-speed manual transmission, a 4-speed manual transmission, or a turbo-hydromatic 3-speed automatic transmission. Number 4. 1965 Chevelle Z16. The 1965 Chevelle Z16 is one of the rarest and most legendary muscle cars of the 1960s. Often considered the precursor to the SS396 lineup, the Z16 was Chevy's answer to the growing popularity of high-performance mid-size cars like the Pontiac GTO. The heart of the Z16 was its L37-396 big block V8, Chevy's first production big block engine. It was rated at 375 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. This engine featured a compression ratio of 11:1, a single 4-barrel carburetor, and a high-rise aluminum intake manifold. The engine was mated to a 4-speed manual transmission, which helped the car accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 6 seconds and complete the quarter mile in around 14 seconds. Number 3. 1968 Camaro Z28 Convertible. The 1968 Camaro Z28 Convertible holds a special place in muscle car history as a truly unique car. While the Z28 package was primarily intended for Trans Am racing homologation and most examples were coupes, Chevy built just one 1968 Camaro Z28 Convertible. All production Z28s were officially hardtop coupes, as the Trans Am series required a fixed roof design for homologation purposes. The 1968 Z28 Convertible was believed to have been built for a high-ranking GM executive. As the story goes, Chevy's special production division wanted to promote the Z28 performance package as an option for Camaro owners then. Estes, however, wasn't as convinced of the car's appeal. The division built a single Camaro Z28 Convertible for Estes to drive to convince him, which he loved, and immediately authorized promoting the Z28. The Z28 came with 15-inch rally wheels, high back bucket seats, and optional houndstooth upholstery. Under the hood was a 302 small block V8 producing 290 horsepower and 290 pound-feet of torque. It featured a solid lifter camshaft, high compression pistons, and a forged crankshaft. It also had a 4-barrel carburetor and aluminum intake manifold. The 302 was mated to a 4-speed manual transmission. Number 2. 1962 to 1967 Chevy 2 Nova. Chevy first used the Nova badge on the top trim level of the Chevy 2 Compact in 1962. This legendary muscle car came in 5 body styles: 2- and 4-door sedans, a 4-door wagon, and 2-door coupe or convertible versions. Beginning in 1963, the coupe and convertible bodies had the Super Sport package, but soon, the larger and more powerful Chevelle started to take the Nova position in the market. In 1966, Chevy offered a 327 V8 that produced 350 horsepower in the Nova. A redesign and engine upgrades, including a 425 horsepower 427 V8, followed in 1968. The 1970 Clean Air Act forced many manufacturers to scale down muscle car production, and the SS option was dropped in 1976. The Chevy 2 Nova remains a quintessential American compact car and an icon of affordable performance and style. Number 1. 1969 Corvette Stingray ZL1. The 1969 Corvette Stingray ZL1 was based on another rare Corvette, the Corvette Stingray L88. It's a legendary muscle car known for its groundbreaking performance and exclusive nature. The ZL1 was primarily a racing-inspired option that offered a combination of lightweight construction and extreme power. Like other 1969 Corvette Stingrays, the ZL1 featured the iconic Mako shark-inspired body design with long flowing lines and a wide stance. It was available as a two-door coupe or a roadster, though the coupe was far more common for the ZL1. The car included specific modifications to the Corvette's chassis and suspension to handle the increased power. The most notable feature of the ZL1 was its engine, the 427 V8, which was an all-aluminum block. This engine was primarily intended for racing and was derived from the legendary 427 that powered the Corvette and other GM vehicles in the racing world. The 427 produced around 430 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. It was mated to a 4-speed manual or automatic transmission. Due to its rarity and high-performance specs, the ZL1 is considered one of the most valuable and collectible Corvettes. Thanks for watching today's episode. Which of these Chevy cars is your favorite? Share with us in the comments section below. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the like button to show your support and stay updated on our latest episodes.